A majority government in Australia hangs in the balance with tomorrow's Wentworth by-election, and there's serious concern within Liberal ranks that the party could lose it. Reporter Brooke Wiley has more from Sydney.
The candidates have all been out doing a last-minute blitz, if you like, of this electorate. All the major party candidates have been at pre-poll locations this morning. Both Dave Sharma and Kerryn Phelps began their day at the Rose Bay pre-poll. And then, of course, Dave Sharma was joined by yet another high-profile politician in the form of Scott Morrison down at Bronte Beach. Now, Scott Morrison has been no stranger to this electorate over the last few weeks of this campaign. He's been a regular presence on the campaign trail, unlike the former member for this seat, Malcolm Turnbull, whose absence hasn't gone unnoticed. And today, Scott Morrison's message was yet again that this was always going to be a close contest.
Not one day did I ever think that this was not going to be a close contest. Because I remember in 2004 when Malcolm Turnbull was first elected, that was also a three-horse race. But the independent came third. And we only marginally won that seat at that time, and at the following election, it got even closer. So I've always understood how tight that is.
The Prime Minister speaking there at Bondi this morning. And Brooke, what have some of the key issues been there?
The voters have been saying this morning that very much this election campaign has been about what happened to Malcolm Turnbull. They've been energised and empowered by the idea that this contest might actually be a close race and isn't going to just go to the Liberals in the way that they thought that may have happened earlier on in this campaign. They've told us this morning that they think climate change is high on their agenda, but overwhelmingly the message was what happened to the Liberal leadership and what has happened in Federal Parliament House has been a huge factor.
And I think the Liberal Party probably need a little bit of a message, particularly those that dumped the previous Prime Minister from here.
I feel really strongly that climate is the most important issue, probably like a lot of people in my electorate.
And what made you decide to cast your vote for Mr Sharma?
I like the Liberal, and I like before Mr Turnbull. And since I came to Australia, I vote for him, for Mr Turnbull.
And Brooke, is it fair enough to say that concern seems to have grown amongst Liberals over the campaign at the possibility that this seat could well be lost?
Yeah, that's right, Joe. At the beginning of this campaign, the sentiment was that a swing against the Liberal Party might be embarrassing for the party, but it wouldn't necessarily lose them the seat. And over the past week or so, that sentiment has changed. Now, it should be said that the Liberal Party strategy, really from the get-go in this campaign, has been to warn voters not to risk a protest vote. That was ramped up yesterday when John Howard joined the campaign trail in a last-ditch effort to really get out the vote for the Liberal Party. But there has been a shift in sentiment, and as I mentioned earlier, there is a sense of empowerment and energy at the idea that this contest is a contest and that this won't simply be a protest vote. Whether or not the Liberal campaign to encourage voters to get out and not risk that protest vote will be enough tomorrow, we'll have to wait and see.
Brooke Wiley there, and yeah, so that's all happening tomorrow. We'll have comprehensive live coverage of the Wentworth by-election on the ABC News channel and ABC News Radio, hosted by National Affairs correspondent Greg Jennett and New South Wales political reporter Bridget Glanville. Of course, along with Anthony Green, our election guru. We'll have reporters at the key candidate camps as the votes are counted in that crucial by-election. That's tomorrow night from 6